Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new deck profile. Now today I'm profiling Red Eyes. Red Eyes very soon. I believe it's in a couple of days. I'll check really quick. When exactly is it? Well, very soon actually. In a week, Red Eyes will be getting new support now. In the form of Red Eyes Slash Dragon, Red Eyes Metal Knight Gear Fiend, and Red Eyes Fang with Chain. And these cards are very strong. Now, the build that I built, it's very not necessarily extra deck focused, but it relies on you going to Slash Dragon a lot and try to revive it because it's a really strong Red Eyes card and it has a lot of utility in the deck. Now, the extra deck is pretty simple. You can obviously change things, but I mean, you obviously don't need 3 Red Eyes Metal Flare. Maybe 2 is fine. So, and you can probably take out Decode Socket and Proxy Dragon. That was left over from trying the deck out with Gofu. However, because of Red Eyes Fusion, you can't necessarily go Decode Socket into like multiple Red Eyes Slash Dragons, which is a little bit of a shame. But it's still okay. Now, as you can see, because Red Eyes Slash Dragon uses a warrior, the only Red Eyes warrior we have access to is Red Eyes Metal Knight Gear Fiend. However, before I jump into deck profile, there is a different build that is a Buster Red Eyes, Buster Bladed Red Eyes or whatever. And this version of the deck utilizes Destroy Swordsman and the Destroy Swordsman package. So that way, when you do go into Red Eye Slash Dragon, you have a better choice of warrior monsters to go into. From this version, I've been using it quite a bit, and I feel like the Metal Gear Fiend is okay. However, there is the lack of good equip cards, other than Black Metal Dragon, since, you know, with Gear Fiend, you ideally wouldn't have Black Metal Dragon to equip it to him. So, you know, having access to the Buster Bladers, it's just good synergy, since this requires a Buster Blade and a Dragon, and this requires a Red Eyes and a Warrior, so it's like the polar opposites of each other. But back into the Red Eyes deck profile. I've also been working on a lot of the red deck profile, but that's for another time. Red Eyes, so the whole goal of the deck is to set up your Slash Dragon and then protect it with Red Eyes Fang with Chain or other cards, and then you want to, even when it dies, you have multiple ways to bring it back with Return of the Dragon Lords and Red Eye Spirit, and also Return of the Red Eyes. Something you could potentially take out are the Allure of Darknesses, and although it'll reduce your draw power in the deck, you can always add things like Card of Demise, maybe, since once you do your initial first or second plays, even though the deck has really good recovery, you'll soon run out of cards to play, so, you know, Card of Demise can be really good. The deck is pretty simple. We play 3 vanilla Red Eyes. I mean, this is like the best artwork of Red Eyes. So yeah, we play 1 Darkness Metal Red Eyes. This is really good since if you already have a Red Eyes on the field, you can tribute this and then like bring it back, and you have all the level 7 dragons you can go into to make Red Eyes Metal Flare. So yeah, Red Eyes Flare Dragon. This is a really good card because it's a Gemini, so it's treated as a normal monster on the field or on the graveyard, so you can bring it back with Return of the Lords or Red Eye Spirit. But you can also use some things like Silver Cry on it, which is really strong. So you could like take out Soul Charge and instead play an extra copy of Silver's Cry. However, Soul Charge does have its utility, since you can go into something like Red Eye Slash Dragon. So that's why we play 1 Soul Charge. So your Foolish Burrow target in the deck will most likely be Archbrave, since once per turn, if this card is in the graveyard, you can target a level 7 or 8 dragon type monster, accept itself and special summon it. So as long as you have this card in the graveyard, you can always have like a free special summon, which is really, really powerful. So you can also play things like Twin Twister to get your Brave in the graveyard faster. But you can always discard it with something. What can you discard this with other than Foolish? I'm sure there's a way you can probably like tribute summon it or something. So yeah. One Meteor Dragon, Red Eyes Impact. Now this card I'm only playing it because of the fusion. Before the fusion, like, you can play 2 of this, but I don't really recommend it because it requires you to have 1 Red Eyes monster and 1 level 6 Red Eye, 1 level 6 dragon. So you know, Meteor Dragon Red Eyes is still it's counted as a Gemini and it's a level 6, so you can go into it, and its effect is okay. Its effect reads: if this card is fusion summoned, you can send 1 Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent to half of the original attack of that monster. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So again, this just allows you to recycle something like your Red Eyes Black Flea Dragon, because if it's in the graveyard, you can always summon it, and I'd rather have Red Eyes Black Flare instead of Vanilla, since its effect, you know, giving that extra burn damage. I'm considering building a burn Red Eyes build because there's a lot of like burn cards, and that would be pretty fun. Other things we are playing are the new Red Eyes Metal Knight Gearfin. So this card is really cool because once per turn, if an equipped card is equipped to this card, you can destroy that equipped card and then destroy 1 spell trap card on the field. So you have that back row removal, and that's why you really want to have Black Metal Dragon in your opening hand as much as possible. And then the other effect is that you can send 1 equipped card you control to this card to the graveyard, then target 1 level 7 or lower monster, Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, and special summon it. So it doesn't say normal Red Eyes monster or normal monster. So again, you can bring out Red Eyes Slash Dragon. Other cool things you can do with this is, if you have this on the field and Slash Dragon, whenever Slash Dragon activates its effect, giving you the option to equip something to it, you can then use Gearfin's effect to like use the effect to do stuff. We play 1 Max C because it's Max C, best card in the format right now. 3 Black Metal Dragon, probably the MVP of the deck, since every time it's so you equip it to a Red Eyes monster, then again 600 attack, and then if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Red Eyes card from your deck to your hand. So it literally searches out like 80% of your deck, which is really, really good. We played 2 Blackstone of the Legend now. I have like a really strange relationship with this card because I love the artwork. It's my favorite Red Eyes like card because of the artwork is so cool, and in Secret Rare it looks amazing. But in terms of actual use of the card, you know, it's okay. So you can tribute this card and special summon Red Eyes monster from your deck except B-Check. So again, you have access to pretty much every single Red Eyes card right off the bat. And then if this card is sent to graveyard, you can target 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in your graveyard and shuffle it into the deck. And then if you do, you add this card to your hand. So it recycles itself in a way, which is really, really cool. But the being able to tribute itself to special summon a Red Eyes monster from your deck is really good. All the uses of this card is that in the graveyard, as long as you have a Red Eyes monster, you can, like, you know, shuffle stuff and recycle. So you do want this guy in the graveyard. Wait, what? No. It was going to make me change the decks. After the spells, we play 2 Lord of Darkness, since I believe only Max C and Archbrave are non-dark targets. So you can probably play 3 of this if you really want to increase consistency. So yeah, a Lord of Darkness, 1/1 for 1, because gives us access to Black Metal Dragon and Blackstone of Legend. 3 Red Eyes Fusion. This is a very fusion heavy deck. So you do want to play 3 Red Eyes Fusion. 3 Return of the Dragon Lords, again giving you access to bringing back your Red Eye Slash Dragon from the grave, but also possibly bringing back something like Red Eye's Flare Dragon. But the effect that I like the most is the protection that it gives to your cards. One Raigeki because it's Raigeki and it helps you just destroy stuff. 2 cards of the red stone. You basically, it's like a Lord of Darkness in a way. It's more like a trade-in a way, where you send one level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck to your hand, then you draw 2 cards, and then you can also send another Red Eyes monster from your deck to the graveyard. So you can send like 1 Red Eyes Bee Dragon and 1 Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon to the grave. So that's really cool. 1 Soul Charge, because it's Soul Charge. Just being able to special summon a lot of stuff is always nice. Foolish Burial for Archbrave. Red Eyes Insight to search out pretty much like Red Eyes Fusion, one of your Red Eyes Traps, or even actually no, that's pretty much it. But yeah, giving you access to your Red Eyes Fusion and your Red Eyes Trap cards, which is the most important like stuff in the deck. 1 Silver Scry because it only targets normal monsters, which is pretty bad in a way, but always having access to a free special summon like a Red Eyes Black Dragon from the grave is also always nice. And again, the only reason I play in this ratio of 1 Silver Cry to 2 Red Eyes Spirit is because Spirit is much slower than Silver Cry, but Red Eyes Spirit is just a lot better since you can target like any Red Eyes card like Slash Dragon, Flare Dragon, not Flare Dragon, Darkness Metal, Flare Dragon, even Media Dragon if you really want to, Metal Knight Guillotine if you have to, so that's always good. And then 1 Red Eyes Fang with Chain, so this card is good for 2 reasons. 1, you just target a Red Eyes monster you control and it can make a second attack on monsters during the battle phase, and then you can send this equipped card to the graveyard and then target 1 effect monster on the field, equip that target to the monster this card was equipped to, and while equipped by this effect, the equipped monster attack becomes equal to the monster's attack. So it's kind of confusing at first, but basically you equip this to something else and then it just changes the attack so it can be higher or lower. So you can like lower your opponent's cards, or you can make your cards like with higher attack. But the just being able to attack twice during the battle phase is always really cool because it gives you you can like trigger Slash Dragon twice, and just giving you more negation. 1 Return of the Red Eyes, we only play 1 of this because it's searchable and it's a continuous, and it requires you to have a Red Eyes monster. But as long as you have a Red Eyes monster, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it. But if it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect sent to a graveyard, you can target 1 Red Eyes monster in your graveyard and accept B-Check. Why do I always do that? Just saying, oh, accept B-Check. But you can special summon the target. So if it's destroyed, you can like special summon Flare Dragon. As long as it's on the field and you control a Red Eyes monster, you can keep special summoning Red Eyes Black Dragons, which is really cool, and it's how you want to go into your Xyz cards. The extra deck is pretty simple. We play 1 Comet Dragon, 1 Meteor Dragon, or whatever I'm going to call it. It's okay, really. Like, it's not the card that I go into a lot, but it can be useful. Slash Dragon is my Red Eyes card of choice. It's really, really powerful. Being able to also, it has really good attack points, and then you can when a Red Eyes monster declares an attack, or a Warrior type monster. Whenever a Red Eyes monster declares an attack, you can target a Warrior type monster in your graveyard and equip it to this card. So this is why having Guillotine in the deck is really important, but also that's why the Buster Blader variant works so well. And then during either play's turn, when a card or effect is activated, targets a card you control, you can just send the equipped card and negate it, and then destroy it. And then if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon as many monsters that were equipped to this card as possible from your graveyard. So I can't stress enough, that pure Red Eyes is more fun to play, and it's more consistent. However, Buster Blader Red Eyes is a lot more powerful because you can equip multiple Buster Bladers and Master of Swords Destruction or whatever, Destruction Swordsman to the Red Eyes, and then all of them just come back in, allowing you to swing for a big OTK. Um, but this version I find it to be more consistent, um, and it has more recovery. Not necessarily more recovery, but it's safer. Um, it's also easier to play in a way, since you're not playing two archetypes separately that share some similarities. Because that's how I feel when I play Buster Blade or Red Eyes. And now in Link format, it's even harder to play Buster Blade or Red Eyes because with Buster Blade now, like, you have to. The whole idea of Buster Blade is to have the Fusion Destruction Swordsman. I'll go over it real quick. Is to have this guy on the field along with Buster Dragon, and then just have this guy like have a bunch of attack, and then with a piercing damage, dealing a lot of damage. But in Link format, it's a lot harder to do, since you'll need like a Deco Talker or some sort of card pointing down. So yeah. Then we play 2 Red Eyes Metal Flare because it's really strong. It's like Trickstars but on steroids. It just punishes your opponent for playing, which is always good, and also has a good effect. Since it cannot be destroyed by card effects while it has an Xyz material, and while it has an Xyz material, like, it punishes your opponent for playing a card. And then once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material and target one Red Eyes monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Now, what you want to do with this card is like have Return of the Red Eyes on the field. Make sure you have like 1 level 7 Red Eyes monster. Activate this, bring out another Red Eyes, go into Flare Dragon, and then special summon Slash Dragon. Again, like, this play is ideal in Master Ruling 3, where you can just spam out extra deck monsters, but in Link format, it's a lot harder to do. However, since it is being special summoned from the graveyard, according to Link rules, it should be able to just go onto the field, since it's not coming out from the extra deck, it's coming out from the graveyard. So it's a really solid play, having 2 2800 attack monsters plus negation and burn damage for every time your opponent plays something. Unless they have like something to like a board wipe, it'll be really hard for them to beat over this. So if you can get these 2 cards on the field, you're in it to win it. 1 Draco Sack, because Draco Sack is pretty strong, not gonna lie. I've won a couple of games with Draco Sack. Just the protection it offers, it's really strong. 1 Gaia, mostly for the piercing, but also it's just a generic rank 7 that you can make. That's always pretty nice. Big Eye to just steal stuff from your opponent's field. And 1 Castel, because it's Castel. You can make it off 2 Guillotines, which isn't terribly hard to pull off. But yeah. So now we're off to some deck replays now. The Star Grill match was actually my Buster Blader Red Eyes. So I guess I could show it, but it's not really interesting. But this version I want to show to you guys. So in this version I was actually playing Solemn Advice, since I don't usually have a lot of cards in the back row. And I was playtesting with it now. My opponent just goes to just does some like Draco stuff. Not really sure what he's doing, but Draco stuff in general. Now I immediately go for Silver Cry off Black Flare Dragon, and then he pops his own Dino Draco fight or whatever. I don't really know. I don't know. I legit just haven't like bothered to learn Draco, 2 Dracos. Anyway, so even though I have my 1000 attack Flare Dragon, I just make Slash Dragon, and then just attack, and then attack again, and then Flare Dragon's effect. Flare Dragon's effect allowing me, giving me the burn damage. Now, something important to notice is that when I made Slash Dragon, because I had my this is also a synchro variant with Glow Up Bulb, by the way. But the breasted ability is generally the same. Because I used Guillotine to make Slash Dragon, I was able to equip Guillotine to Slash Dragon, giving me a negation, And then my opponent knew he was gonna take the 2,400 burn damage, so he tried to Forbidden Chalice it, but then I chained I used the negation of Flash Dragon to giving me the 100% burn, and that's how I was able to win that game. It was a pretty easy, just showcasing Red Eyes. Now this is a Red Eyes versus Blue Eyes. This is um, a Draco, not Draco, a Swordmaster, Destruction Swordsman, and Buster Blade. Oh, that version of the deck. And so I just go off and make Buster Blade. My opponent had like a really clunky start, but he was still doing fine. Luckily, he attacked into my Metal Knight, Metal Dragon, sorry, and so I was able to get a search. But that was pretty stupid because I got Red Eyes Fusion, and he had just I make a Deco Talker because I had a lot of like previous. Okay, that was weird. I had a lot of low attack cards on the field, so I made Deco Talker, and then use the Fusion Trap card to make Destroy Swordsman. Now, something important to notice is that this guy just deals a lot of damage, and if I swung over Alex Dragon, he would have taken 7,900 damage, which I think he did. Anyway, I go for Red Eyes Insight and then set the trap. Actually, no, I go for that was actually a misplay on my part because I should have attacked the Alex Dragon, since I think this guy deals double damage to dragons or something. This card change also direct type monsters your opponent. If this card attacks the defense position, monster inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. So I did do like 5k. Oh yeah, because it has like 3k defense. Again, if I attacked, he would be at like 100 life points. But I think I made a misplay by tributing my Buster Blader, since I should have just kept it as a on the field to negate any like dragon effects. So I make Red Eyes Fusion, going to Slash Dragon, and then he bottomlesses my Slash Dragon. I go for the trap, it doesn't really do anything. So yeah, if I just attacked with Destruction Swordsman into his Alex Dragon, then he would have been dead by now. So I think I threw the game in that way, but what my opponent does next is pretty stupid because he plays Burst Stream of Destruction. Now, this was the card that it was like the icing on my misplay cake, because it just destroyed everything I had in. I didn't have any Destruction Swordsman card to the Destruction Sword card to discard, which is pretty unfortunate. And then I top deck Red Eyes. That was kind of a brick draw. My opponent attacks me again, and then I draw Red Eyes Fusion, and then he plays Fiendish Chain to it. So that was really unfortunate because I probably would have been able to swing over it or something, and then he just destroys me with Neo Ultimate Dragon. That was interesting. And then for the final replay, I like doing 3 replays at the end. Maybe I'll do more. The next replay is Red Eyes versus Red Dragons. So I go for Black Sun of Legend, and then I go into Vanilla Red Eyes. This is still Buster Blade, I believe. So I should probably get some pure Red Eyes gameplay. But I'm still working on the build. This is just a temporary build. So I just swing over my opponent's things, you know, nothing too special. He had like a mediocre hand, I would say. And then he has this like custom Red Eyes Dragon Atrine. So I use the Destruction Sword Memories to make Buster Blader, and this was really cool because since Scarlight is a dragon, it just gets its effect negated and it goes into defense, and I should get a free Buster Blader on the field. I normal summon this and then set the trap because I had a what do you call it? I didn't really want to tribute these two to bring out Buster Blader, but getting the search off Pet Dragon is always good. And then I'm just going to Deco Talker because negation. My opponent he couldn't soul charge, and I don't think he wanted to use 1-for-1 since the 1-for-1 wouldn't get him anywhere. Still, it was a pretty interesting deck how Destruction Swordman just gave me a free win. I guess I'll show one more replay. And what is this? Oh, against a Converging Wishes deck. So, pretty standard. I just go into Dragon Whelp and get my search off. Most of them I'm going to go for Destruction Sword Memories. I might have to change my plan on that, but it's okay. So you already said the Converging Wishes, and I go into Red Eyes Fusion, and then I equip it with. See that's the I missed it because I didn't know what Red Eyes Fang with Chain did, and I kind of screwed myself over. But I think I still get the win, despite my Red Eyes being Bavaric. I probably could have swung for the OTK. But then I just make a new one and, use the old one. And just deal a bunch of damage that way. My opponent had a really rough hand. I don't know why he was playing Burning Abyss, but whatever. So I just use the... I try to negate the MST because he was trying to destroy my Destruction Sword. I was like, hell no, but then... I get a Gearfiend off Slash Dragon. So I equip Buster Blade and then just swing for game now. The one thing I wanted to show off this replay is just how powerful Slash Dragon is, since you can just keep making it over and over and over again, and there's nothing your opponent can do to stop it, because it's a lot of negation. It has really good recovery, and it's a really strong card in general. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and comment, but until then I'll see you guys in the next one.